If you enjoy this content that I'm making, could you just consider subscribing to my channel? This shows that what I do is something that you enjoy, and this helps me a lot more than you think. Also, I want to thank my first Patreon, Tangana. I don't really know what to say. It's just amazing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Hello and welcome, Gengar. Thank you for joining, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. How you doing?
Yeah, doing well.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah, it is, but it's a beautiful day now, actually.
Perfect to sit inside.
Yeah.
So, okay. I did some research, and Gengar resides from a Pokemon. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. First generation Pokemon, my favorite one.
That was my second question. Like, are you a Pokemon fan, or were you a Pokemon fan?
Oh yeah, back in the day, I had a Game Boy, and yeah, Pokemon was one of the first ones that I got, and it was it was a fucking good game. Like, yeah, it blew away any other game at the time. And I don't know. Yeah, I always liked Gengar. It was like my my number one Pokemon I had.
Oh, so you find him. I mean, I haven't played
Actually,
it. I know what it is, but I haven't played it. So, but you found him or something, I assume.
Well, yeah, I actually, to get a Gengar, you needed to trade with a friend, but I never had a link cable, so I had like a Haunter for like the longest time. So yeah, but eventually I got a Gengar.
That was an issue then. Okay, I was gonna say, was it like, is it a ghost?
Yeah, yeah, it's like
poisonous ghost
one of the
or something.
Or poison ghost. Yeah.
Okay, so I know my stuff about Pokemon. No, I don't. Yeah. But okay, cool. About your videos, you have been making videos ever since, I don't know, the beginning.
Yeah, pretty close to being about 8 months ago. I think I started.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people got motivated by those. I personally got very motivated by those videos.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Like, part of the reason I did do it is just for my own alliance as well, just to like amp them up, get them excited about PvP.
Yeah, that really worked. I was gonna ask you like if it is a motivation video or if it's like more just a bragging video, but you don't get the bragging feeling. So I'm happy that it is.
No, I do try to like separate like my propaganda from like my PvP videos. I think I kind of do two types of videos. I do like just like the PvP, almost like a battle report kind of style, like very matter of fact. And then I do like the really over the top like propaganda stuff.
Yeah, I like those too. Yeah, you have been making these amazing videos with some of the biggest fleet battles in Echoes.
Yeah, well, no, we've been lucky. We've been part of basically the majority of the large fleet battles. Like Pantheon has been in there, and usually in some way.
Yeah, we went very big. I think we're too big.
Yeah, you think we should? we should lose some alliances.
Yeah, we need to split up. I mean, I'm happy that I'm in Pantheon, but it's like I've been in Pantheon since very early, like when we were.
Yeah, when did you start? Like, cause I've seen your name for a while now. Like, when did you join?
I joined very very early. Let's see. When we started to take up in Fountain.
The start of the against TF.
Yeah, I joined back then, and I was like, I had this corp, and yeah, and I'm talking about me, but all right. I had this corp, and I wanted to make a corp that could do everything in Echoes. That was my whole point, but I didn't want them to be locked into having timers to do or whatever. So I reached out to the Collective One, I think we were called, or something, and they said yeah, join us. And I think I was pretty quick to say something like, well, if we join, I want to have a place in chair. Like, I want to sit in a chair with the top guys. And they kind of laughed and said, yeah, sure, we see. And a few months later, when we have all the Pantheon and stuff, I kind of asked them again and said like, could I have the chair now? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And I got to be the head diplomat with bees. So that's kind of my story into Pantheon. So I've been there for a very long time, and I've seen your videos. I've seen you, but I have never talked to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've talked to you either.
No, I don't think, not even in like Alliance channel.
Not even in game, yeah.
But yeah, of course we have different times, so pretty much.
Yeah, it was quite hard finding a time actually that one of us wasn't asleep.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so
so wait, I got a question.
Yeah, sure.
Why the collective? Why did you join? What made you reach out to the collective?
I think I joined because there was a name. I need to look this up.
Like someone's in-game name?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, that was...
Was it Stony Slots?
No, it wasn't. I met him later and he's fucking amazing. I like him for a long time. I will actually have a podcast with him. But
cool, that'd be interesting. I'd listen to that one.
As a fleet commander, so... Okay. Oh yeah, EK Slayer. Yeah, of course. That's the name. So that's the reason I joined, because something said in my brain like EK Slayer, okay, I want to talk to that guy, because I looked at a lot of alliances, and then I asked him what his vision was, and when he told me everything that he had in, like pretty much what we have today, I felt like, yeah, this is it. This is home. Nice. So that's it. And yeah, of course we joined the collective, but we couldn't join the collective 1. So we have to make a collective 2 so we can fit in, because we can only have 10 alliances back then.
Yeah, it was limited.
Yeah, and he said, okay, yeah, sure, I make a new one, because he had a lot of ISK and stuff, and I haven't started training back then, so I was pretty poor. And
yeah, that's right. As a CEO, you have to train all those like bullshit like corporate skills, don't you?
Yes, I did train a lot of those skills. They're gone now, because why have them when I don't have a corporate anymore? So, but he made like collective 1, and I said, if you're gonna make collective 1, could I name it? And he was like, yeah, sure. So that's why we have one that's called collective. I think collective 2 Death Star. I think. Because okay. My corp was called Old Galactic Empire, and we had a thing in our corp that a lot of us actually changed our names into some weird Star Wars fantasy thing. So like Darth Yar Yar and Darth Yoda, and you know, we took everyone and just put Darth in front of it and mixed it up. It was very fun. So yeah, that's another story. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. So you started when?
I think I started maybe the second week that the game launched. I was meaning to start right away, but like I guess I missed like the launch when it launched, and I checked like a couple weeks later, and yeah, I wasn't really interested in doing the beta, just because I didn't want all my progress wiped. And I was an alpha player for a while because I didn't want to pay any money, but then so I'm a bit behind. I'm like 56 days away from T10 now. I eventually did buy all the chips and all that, and the dual Omega. Actually, I get it for free now. I get it for free because I'm a content creator, which is quite nice.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they started doing that. You should become a content creator.
I have it, but I bought it. It's like that was the hardest thing ever in EVECOS for me. It was like I had to pay for my Omega as a free to play, and I also had to get those chips that they always went the chips that went up.
I managed to get them right at the start. I got the first 2 chips like quite early on when they were like dirt cheap. I think they're like 5 million.
Oh my god, that's so cheap. I had that was impossible for me because I was trying to collect Plex back then, so I didn't have the money to buy it. But I think I got them for like 50 million and like 200 million and then 600 million, I think. So I have all 3.
Yeah, I had the first 2, and then I waited on the third one. I should have bought it straight away, but I wanted to buy like my what was I buying? Like a caracal or something. Like, so I bought that.
So
That was the best thing.
So if
those caracals are so overpriced, but because they were so overpowered, right? It was before they nerfed rapid missile launchers, and everyone was flying caracals.
Yes.
But yeah, I did have to end up paying quite a bit for that third chip because I was on 2 chips for a while because I bought them really early. But yeah.
All right. Maybe I will be a content creator for them. I just didn't like what they said. They said something about I needed to do content for Eve on a like steady basic, but it's like I have a problem with just doing stuff that isn't really of any value. If I'm gonna do something, for example, for Eve that I like, I need to do something that actually matters. I don't want to just find out something and make something just to do something. I don't like that idea, so we'll see.
Yeah, I know you mean. Yeah, they were mentioning like, oh, you have to produce videos like weekly or whatever. And I mean, at the time I was producing like a video every week anyway, so I just said, all right, well, fine, whatever. But
yeah,
I don't think they police it that rigorously.
No, I don't think so either. It's
oh yeah, that's another thing. You need like something like 30% Eve Echoes content.
Yeah, and I was like, it's fine, I do it myself. Have you been active in EVE Online before, or?
I played way back, like maybe not like it was like 10 years ago. I played 2009, 2010. I joined because my friend was playing. He was in Goon Fleet, and he was talking. He was just talking about like all the epic space drama, politics stuff, and it got me interested. So yeah, I joined around about then. I think we were, what were we doing at the time? I think we were about to invade Delve actually, and kick out Band of Brothers.
Oh, it was that early. Okay, cool. Okay, so you know Delve.
Yeah, but I was like a newbie. I had no idea what I was doing. Like, and then I quit, and then I joined again more recently, maybe 2016, sometime after Wormholes came out, and I just did a bit of faction warfare and Wormhole PvP.
Yeah, that's cool. So why did you quit Eve?
I was so far behind. Even back in 2010, you were like 5 years behind everyone else. I remember like thinking, shit, the only way to catch up is to like train my learning skills. Like back then, you remember you had to like, there were skills to like be better at learning skills. And so I spent like the first month like training memory and like all sorts of stuff. I don't know. I remember just feeling so far behind. Like everyone else is in like, I think, Dreadnoughts had just come out, and like I was in like a cruiser still.
Yeah, it was back in the. I'm not sure. Maybe they have it today too. But when you had to move your charisma and everything to align with the skills that you were training or something like that.
Yeah, I did that. To maximize like long term. Like in the long run, this would be like better for me. But then, of course, like for the first like month of the game, you can't do anything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, what part in the battles, except recording, are you? Are you just a grunt, or like what do you do?
Yeah. I'm basically just a grunt. So yeah, just I join in whenever I can and record it. Sometimes I get the FC for sort of audio, which is quite nice because like you don't see for most of the videos. In fact, everything I post is just the audio that you'd hear as a grunt. But like what I didn't realize is in the background, all the FCs are in like separate like Teams chat, like TeamSpeak, and coordinating with coordinating with scouts, coordinating with the spies, coordinating with like the other, especially like in this last war we do a lot of joint ops with like GenFed and Catch-22, so we have to coordinate with their FCs. So yeah, there's a lot going on. So a lot of the time, like when the FC is like not talking, he's probably talking like somewhere else, and they have like multiple conversations at the same time. It's crazy. I don't think I could be like one of our main FCs.
Yeah, I've heard it. It's insane. That's kind of why I can't do it.
Yeah, like the multitasking that they do, like it's crazy.
It's very very impressive.
But yeah, I'm just a grunt. I don't have any like special leadership skills or anything. I'm part of like our PR division, I guess. So I've got like a bit of responsibilities there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just hop on and join in as many CTAs as I if I'm available.
Yeah, you kind of need it with all those videos with this large footage.
Yeah, in fact, I'm really gutted because since this last patch, like it's really like messed up my game on my phone. Like it's just unbelievably laggy. So this
Really?
last 3 weeks, I've not been able to PvP at all. Yeah, like for the ZID battle, I was there, but I was just black screening the whole time, so I had to use like footage from one of our logistics pilots.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on.
What that is.
Yeah, but I got a question. Yes. Like, what about language? What sort of like? Do you want me to like not like use any curse words or anything?
Oh no, that's fine. I curse all the time in my room.
I just kidding.
I'm playing these scary games sometimes, and fuck, I get so scared. And when I like view my videos afterwards, I say this like the exact same thing every time I get scared. And I can't remember what it is right now, but I know exactly if something's gonna happen in real life. Like if I'm gonna almost crash with my car, I'm gonna say that for sure. Exactly that word. Yeah, it's so yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no problem. If you wanna curse, you curse. Whatever.
Okay.
So how do you pay for your ships in game? Do you get
How do I pay for them?
Yeah, do you get paid for the alliance, or do you do stuff in game? Are you a miner?
I mean, occasionally I'll get like some money from like some of the videos I do. Like this latest Pantheon tournament, I did like a sort of promo video for that, and they gave me like a few million ISK, like to just for helping out with that. But I don't know, like it's pretty. I get most of my ships just from our like industry programs. Like I've used our like 50% battleship program all 3 times. So I've got like I've got like 3 or 4 battleships, and I've only had to pay like half price for that. I use our like our internal currency, our space drachma.
Yes.
And that saves a lot of money because you don't have to pay taxes. I don't know, like it's pretty, it's pretty easy. And then like you get a few you can make a bit of money actually doing PvP, like just looting like the wrecks and stuff.
Yeah.
But I also rat whenever I do have to rat every now and then. I hate doing it, but I have been doing it.
But you do make enough ISK through ratting and PvPing and some what we call it like a donations for the videos that you do. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my PvP style is like I don't die very often because I'm very cautious, and I do like the slow burn. Like I'll sit in a system like all day, and like only every now and then PvP, and usually catches them off by surprise.
I should learn from you.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah, because if I do like a crazy ball and just like YOLO like my battleship like into like into a squad like. And he just loses so much, but he kills like a lot, right? But like he can sustain it, right? But I can't play that style. Like he'll throw away his battleship because he knows that he's gonna kill like 3 procures before he dies.
Yeah, but that's cool. I mean, that's kind of what I like too. I lost the Raven today. I lost the Raven like a few days ago. But like today. I flew around in Nullsec and I was trying to find something. I was like way like far away from where we live, and I was like, I gotta find people. So I was checking the map and I went to the place where most ship has been killed. I was like, okay, so you got a rat over here or something. And I'm getting over there and I see, okay, there is like 10 people here and they're ratting in Anomaly. So I'm warping there and I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna fuck them up. And like as soon as I landed, I didn't have time to put on hardeners or anything. I was like, the shield was gone. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I just popped. All right. Yeah, fine. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. I jump in, and if I'm lucky, I can like nuke everyone because they don't like realize what happened. Other times, it's just waste.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Like a lot of people are pretty like, almost semi AFK when they're reading, right?
Yeah,
And like their reaction time is so slow, especially when you first come into a system.
yeah,
But then other times they're like definitely like paying attention, and they'll just like instantly kill you.
yeah. And I was really tanky. There were two rooks, and I mean, yeah, that was pretty crazy. So I would like to know the fit. If you're watching this video, can you just like tell me your fit, please? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you think Eve runs today? Do you think it's good as it is, or would you like to change something?
Oh, it's definitely has a lot of places it can improve. Like I enjoy the game a lot, but it could be so much better. Like,
Yeah, like what?
I would first of all I'd scrap the current insurance system. Like it's just killed so many different aspects of the game.
Like the whole one, or just
I mean,
getting back?
I would rework it.
Oh,
I would say the no insurance would be better than the current system, to be honest.
I agree.
Like, I mean, before like the system where you had to like put in a customer support ticket. That was bullshit. Like,
Oh yeah.
But if you can't afford to lose the ship, don't fly that ship, right? And maybe that would, you'd actually see some like more low tier ships like in PvP and stuff. Because right now everyone's just flying like battleships, right? Yeah. Because like why not? Like if you lose it, it's like so cheap to replace. And especially with the way that the Eve Echoes is balanced, right? Where like you flying the bigger ship is always better, right? Like,
yeah.
if you can fly a battleship, why would you fly a battle cruiser?
True.
So yeah, right now it's like the meta is just okay, fly the biggest ship, and I don't know, and like the wars as well, they just go on forever because like you can't outlast your enemy because they can replace their ships. Like I really liked the Fountain War with Terran Federation, right? Because like,
yes,
if you whelped a fleet, and we whelped a few fleets, like especially taking down like the 7BIX POS, like it was a big hit to your industry. Like they had to like prepare for that and like stockpile like ships ahead of time so that we weren't like suddenly, we suddenly wouldn't be able to field a fleet like after wiping it. We had to like, and I think our leadership was quite good on that, right? And our industry was like super, like we had like this huge industry backbone.
Yes.
And even though I'm not part of industry at all, I don't know, it was kind of cool like to know that we had this like war machine going on, etc. I can see like some of the organizations that like, that we had to do. But now like industry is just not involved at all. Like they'll, when we wipe a fleet, there'll be a bunch of, buy orders on the market, and they'll go and sell to the game, and like they might as well be playing a different game, like for the most part, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would scrap the insurance system, or at least,
right,
have it so that, give them ISK, or give them, or at least when we lose a ship, then we can create a buy order, and we can give this buy order to whoever we want or something. I don't know.
I think you're onto something.
Yeah, some way to like get the industry back into the fold.
Yeah, I feel sorry for industry. They have been having this time for a long time now.
Yeah, but that's probably the main one. And then the other ones is just like balance and just fleshing out a lot of the stuff like that we currently have. Like scanning's great and all, but like it could be way more expanded. Like actual exploration would be nice.
That would be very good. We'll see what happens. Maybe in the future.
Yeah. What about you? What would you change?
Oh, have you seen my videos? No. All right.
I've seen a few of them.
Yeah. Okay. So it's pretty much like you say. It's mostly small things that is big issue for me. stuff that we haven't got yet, like station containers and small stuff that we kind of need, because like my Jita is, I have so much stuff. I have no way to sort anything, and also like the hauling service is like the hauling overall is very bad. I mean, I could actually see myself be a hauler, because I always fly around and pick up my stuff all over, so I might as well pick up like other stuff too. But so the hauling is not there yet. The freight just has no use really. Okay, maybe if I move everything I have back and forth, maybe I could use a freighter, but it's like doesn't
like
really
what would
work.
you use a freighter for? I don't like. Yeah, it seems like, what are you hauling that much? Like,
yeah,
especially like, where is it going? Because
it's only going to Jita, because that's
it's
where
only
you can
going
buy,
to Jita, right?
yeah, and that's the only place you can buy a lot of stuff. So in Jita I have several freighters, like in the weight, but I mean I'm not gonna move them anywhere. So yeah, that's an issue.
At least in EVE Online, like there were other trade hubs, right? And then like people would be buying in like Amar and selling in Jita, and
yeah.
But there's really none of that, right? There's no like region buying, right?
Well, I wouldn't say there are none, because I do it, but it's
Oh,
like,
you do?
yeah, I do.
Isn't the text like? Doesn't the text make it like way like inefficient?
No,
I don't know. No?
yeah, it removes a few percentage, of course, but I sell it like when I sell in Amar. Now I'm telling another secret that I already have told in another video, so it doesn't matter. But I'm okay with giving out my secrets and making less money, because other people can do it and have a good time in EVE. So I don't really care, and I have enough ISK. So, but what I actually do is I find out what items that you normally could change on your ship. Like, for example, if you join a fleet and they be like, you need a disruptor. Oh, well, I have a scrambler on. Well, you need a disruptor. And then they have to go and get the disruptor, and they will get that very close. So
Right.
I'm actually selling stuff like that. I do not have any disruptors out, so if anyone want to do that, sure. But I can buy a disruptor for 1 million in Jita, and I can sell it for 4 or 5 in Amar. So that's a very good profit, but it's still, as you say, there's no real trade hubs. I would like to actually, I'm working on something that might open up an Amar trading hub more efficiently. Also, if we could do that like on the 4 major areas in Echoes would be very good, Dodixie and stuff. But it's going to it's going to be very expensive for me. But yeah, in time I will find a way that people actually use
make Amar great again.
Yeah, I will try. I'm not
I'll
sure
be keen, because Jita's so
yeah.
far away. Like Amar's like what, like how many jumps closer?
I think it's 9.
9 jumps closer still. Yeah,
Yeah,
it would be good to have Amar like as.
yeah.
Maybe we should push it for all the Southern coalition should
Yeah,
make an
maybe
effort
I should buy the freighter anyway and just move everything I have in Jita to Amar, and I would tell you that yeah, people would buy in Amar. But I'm not gonna do that yet, because it's like I have other plans. But yeah, it's that's one way that I would change. Also, I have to have this trade hubs, and I would also like them to add into.
But how would you make them? How would you make them have trade hubs, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm working on, I mean, there are ways. If I buy, for example, every scrambler in Jita for 2 weeks, and I will place them in Dodixie and Amar, for example, that would bring people over there. But I mean, I have bought out stuff in Jita many times, like so many times, and like I buy out everything and then I sell it for like 400% for like 2 days.
Okay.
And then like the market is flooded again, and I'd be like, oh my god, I gotta buy, so buy everything again. And I've been doing that for a month. I mean,
just cornering the market on
yes, and I'm trying to make the values better. It's like
Yeah.
very hard to do that myself. But yeah, I could actually take everything that I have and just move it, or I could, um, you know, buy some commodity that people actually need, and I just focus on that one, and I just move it somewhere.
Yeah.
And when someone really, really need that item, Jita will not have enough, so that will force them somewhere. So that is a way, but I'm missing ISK.
Yeah, you need a lot of capital to do that. Like, what's your wallet?
Oh yeah, it's I don't know.
A lot, a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm like far away from the richest one. It's like, but I am free to play still. So that is
Right.
kind of
That's
my
nice.
catch. I have actually put money into the game, but that was mainly I want to support the game.
Yeah.
But I really haven't bought like Plex, so to speak. I think
Right.
I think I bought like 1 month, maybe I did, and then I have bought like stuff for a friend. I bought stuff. I bought actually the chips for a friend, and that was with real money. So I have supported them, and that's fine. If they would have skins for real money, I would have supported them that way. But anyway, yeah, I would change that, and I would change. Well, there's so much stuff, but like I think that story missions would stay in high sec. They would not go to low sec. I would have another type of low sec missions that is
Wait.
to
So
PvP.
you'd have story missions back in high sec, but then you got the whole problem where people are just AFK story missions and making
That is
way more
true.
money.
But I don't have an answer for that. But the reason I wanted to high sec is because low sec, because I want low secs to be dangerous.
Low sec is dangerous.
Yeah, I want it to be dangerous, so that is good. But I don't think it's fair for people who make money that they have to like rearrange their ships and be ready for PvP just because they wanna make the ISK. I think it was pretty unfair. So that's kind of why I want to have it back. But I would have even harder missions that would span to low sec, but then you will also be ready to PvP. That was kind of what I would have done, but yes, I'm not saying it's right, and that's just my thought. I would
Okay.
also have story missions in nullsec for the factions, but kind of like EVE Online had it. What I would change like the all the battleships that are the new battleships, like Armageddon 1, Armageddon 2, and all that. I don't like the names, so like
Yeah, it's pretty low effort when they just like
yeah.
slap a new number on it, increase like the DPS slightly.
Yeah, and you
know.
have all the frigates up to 4 and Venture 4. It's so I don't like it. It feels so I know tacky. Can you say that?
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's small issues that I don't like. I'm not sure actually now because I'm not a miner. I have done my mining, but do they have different mining ores in different areas? Is that a thing?
I don't really mind either, but I think that
Okay.
is a thing. But
That is a thing.
Yeah.
Because I would
Like certain ores only spawn in like low sec and null sec and
yeah, okay, so that is a thing. So maybe that is good, but stuff like that. I think to make people move around more. I don't like, for example, the interceptors, especially.
Yeah, I agree. I would change interceptors. There's a few things I would do. I would like remove a high slot, or at least reduce the damage by a lot.
Yes.
And the cargo capacity, I'd either eliminate it entirely or have it so you can only transport like a tiny, I don't know.
Yes.
Like a really small thing.
Yeah.
Because right now I have a bunch of like Condor interceptors with like cargo rigs, and that's if I need a new fit, I'll just AFK up to Jita, come back in a few minutes, AFK back to Delve.
Yeah, 50 minutes.
Yeah, it's so fast, right? Like,
but yeah. I don't like it. I mean, it's very comfortable to do it. I agree. I can go to bed, so I just put my ship to Yida. I go to bed, and then I wake up, I go home, go and eat breakfast, and then I'm home. So I didn't lose any time. That's very nice, but I don't like, especially not the fleet. They can go everywhere, and they can kill pretty much anything.
So that's why I would remove the high slot, right? Is because right now, like, there's a lot of interesting frigates. Like I'd love to fly like a breacher assault or like some other stuff. But like, but why would you when you could just fly an interceptor, do like just as much damage and be way safer?
Yeah.
So right now, like I think people are complaining about that destroyers and other frigates aren't strong enough, but I think it's because the interceptor is just too strong.
Yeah. Good point.
So I would nerf the and I can't believe like the interceptor 2s are even stronger. Like it blows my mind.
Of course they are. It's the number 2. Always. Even better.
Yeah. No, because you're right. Like, and fighting against there's no counterplay against interceptors right now, right?
Not really.
So like,
no.
if you're a small corporation, or if you're if you're a large corporation, and like there's a fleet of interceptors like that are just harassing you, you just gotta like sit there and take it, right? There's like nothing you can do.
That's true.
Like you chase them off, and they'll run away for a bit. They'll come back. You can't set up any like smart bomb traps or anything, right? Like,
yeah, we don't have smart bombs, so that's also like. Would you like smart bombs?
I would like some sort of counterplay to interceptors, whether that's smart bombs or like something else. I don't know. Just some way to like
missiles. Like they just like flying out like crazy, like just, I don't know. Defender missiles with crazy amount of tracking, like speed and explosive velocity. I mean, but yeah.
Yeah, or some sort of like ship class that like has such a fast like lock time that they could, tackle an interceptor before it can warp off.
The problem with faster lock time in Eve Echoes is
it's that
you cannot do it yourself faster. It's
like even the fastest one won't be fast enough.
Yeah, it's like a test.
What I love doing, and you occasionally see it in like the really big fleet ops, is like everyone jumping through the gate just as the interceptors arrive, and then they queue up on the gate and they just get blasted. That always satisfies me. That's like the only way to kill an interceptor is by having like 100-man fleet just like block up the gate.
Yeah, well, we have that in Pantheon though, but it's not fun to hunt interceptors. Like countless of times people say, "Yeah, the interceptor's here," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm going to bed." I don't care.
I mean, I fly an interceptor as well, right? Like you have to. Like it's fun. It's fun being on the interceptor side, right? But I feel bad like whoever we're destroying, because what do they do? Like I'm about to release a video like before the WX fight, like we had like, I don't know, 70 interceptors just picking off battleship after battleship.
That's so demoralizing to have.
It was demoralizing. They couldn't do anything. It took them like 30 minutes to go a few jumps because like, I don't know, they all had to align, and people would disconnect and they had to wait for them, and I would change interceptors for sure.
Yeah, and before that, for those who listens, if you're making a corp today, make it call it Interceptor Corporation, and just mess up the whole game before this is changed.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if they will though. They had the feedback from the the T10 feedback, right? And they unnerfed the Dominics because I guess everyone was crying out about that. But I'm pretty sure everyone said nerf the interceptors, and then they didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. I mean, everybody's like saying Eve Echoes, it's a casual game. Like you should be able to play it casual, and I kind of agree to an extent. But then you have the interceptors that makes everything pretty crazy. I mean, if we fight for nullsec, and we take the station, and we put up our own stations, and we do everything that we need to do to be safe, and people can just walk right in and not do anything. I said in the beginning, we need a bubble like all the time. We need to have like 2 hours.
Oh, just constantly gate camp.
People just holding like with a bubble. So
but the problem is that the interceptor fleets just go straight through it.
I know, and then they did that, and I was like, this is impossible. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So
no, I agree. Like you'll be able to hold yourself way easier Like if they, got because you could like just bubble the gate and like stop almost anything that comes through.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
But like, how many interceptors do you need to take down a station?
It depends on the reaction time of the fleet, but like a squad of 10 could take it down. Like, how much do you need to hit damage cap? I think you can hit damage cap pretty like on a pass pretty quickly with interceptors. Like a citadel, like you probably couldn't take it down with interceptors, and the thing is, like, even if they do scramble a defense, the interceptors just fly away, hit it at some other pass, and then fly back. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's just annoying because everyone have to go and defense, and yeah, it's not really productive for anyone. Yeah, really. So
it's not. It's bad.
So okay,
I think we've complained about interceptors.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, enough about the interceptors. All right. So
yeah,
we don't like them. You do PvP. So do you know how many kill marks you have on your ships?
Oh, it's not that much. Just because, like I said, like I do like a slow burn PvP. I think on my Arbitrator 2, I'd say about 50 maybe on my Arbitrator 2. I had a lot on my Bomber. Like back when we were fighting Terran Federation.
Yeah.
I would just kill miners like all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had over 100, I think, on my Bomber.
So I heard something. I think it was Bake who said it. The kill marks do not disappear when you die.
No, what's worse is that pods count as kill marks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you could literally just, like, it's not impressive. Kill marks aren't impressive, right? I've seen someone with 999 kill marks, and what likely happened was he just had a friend just keep spawning in his pod, and he just kept killing it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, everyone in 2 years, everyone will have a bunch of kill marks, and kill marks will not be impressive anymore. I really like the part, like, if you have a kill mark on your ship, that ship has not died yet.
Yeah, no, I was excited. I had like, on my Hound, I had like 50 kills before I died. And then when I died, I noticed like the kill marks were still there. I was like, oh, okay, that's how it works.
Oh yeah, I did similar. I had 45 kill marks on my Raven, and then I died, and I was like, fuck. And I didn't look at it, and I haven't looked at it ever since I heard this. So I still have them, but I actually thought they disappeared.
No.
So yeah, I still have them. But, yeah.
Yeah, and tell me, please, where the hell is the Tempest kill marks? I cannot find it.
Did I say Tempest?
No, you said Raven, but I want to know where the Tempest
are.
Because I've got a Tempest, and I have no idea how many kill marks it's got.
I'm not sure if they are in the same place as on EVE Online. It's very hard. I was gonna say it should be on the wing, but like the wing on the Tempest, it's a big area. It's just a big wing. All right. Yeah. It should be these small dots, or
I don't know. Maybe someone, like, once you post this video, someone could in the comments can just tell us.
Yes, please do it. Okay. So.
But you know what I would do? I was being able to name ships. I really love that. Like, give a ship a name.
That's one of the smallest thing, like, that I also think is good.
Especially since, like, I don't know if you got the same problem as me, but I've got like a ton of ships of the same type, and they're all fit differently.
Yeah,
and
that is
like, I have no idea which one. I have to like go in. Oh, that's not it. Next one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying. I have a few haulers,
right?
But I also have a hauler that has died multiple times because it's my PvP hauler. I have not yet got a kill with it. Surprisingly, I haven't. Yeah, it's a PvP.
It's like a nearest combat or something.
Yes, it is. And it's very tanky, but it's like I cannot get it to do more damage than 120 or something. And the problem is that if you're going to sustain the tank, you have to at least have a NOS on it. And when you do that, you do not have a web, so you don't just have a scramble.
Yeah, see,
So it's like
so everything will escape. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very bad. It's pretty much like I fly the Raven because of pretty much one reason, and that is because it has 6 low slots.
Dominic's has 6
Yeah,
as well.
Dominic's also has 6. So that's also a good ship, but as PvP, it's not as good, I think. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it as PvP. I made a video about it, but I also learned that you could actually like, release your drones through the interface and not through the ship that I did. I had to open up the ship and move them manually. There is actually a way to do it. But yeah,
it's not that much better, to be honest.
Yeah, it's probably not that much better. So I don't like it because of that reason. And I've killed countless of Dominic's in my Raven. So so that's why I have the Raven. Otherwise I would have loved to. I have an Armageddon, I have an APOC, like an Apocalypse, but I cannot get the tank that I need for the stupid fights that I do. It's like I never go.
No, I have noticed because I just bought a APOC, an Armageddon recently, just because of the nanocore. It's like one of the few that can actually have that purple nanocore. But yeah, it's missing that low slot, and like the tank is just not there. Like it's got an extra mid, but like I think I'd much rather the low.
Yeah, and it has the extra mid because of the newt capacity.
Yeah, the extra newt range. It's got a longer newt range, which is not all that because like, I think the current range is adequate. But I'm a bit disappointed in the getting.
Yeah, it's very hard to build it. I can only build it in like a glass cannon type. I cannot build like sort of tanky and sort of good damage. Like what am I supposed to do with that? I need fucking Titan damage, or I need a Titan tank. That's what I need. Because if I don't kill them, they're gonna jump me with a fleet, and I need to be able to tank that and kill them meanwhile. So I don't know.
So how do you feel your Raven?
Okay, I have 2 types of fit for my Raven. I don't like extenders. I never did.
Okay.
They're very good, but when I meet another Raven with my Raven, I see that he has extenders, so I cannot play with that. I shoot him like one time, and then he activates his extender. Then I shoot his friend instead, and then I see he activates his extender, and then I cannot pop back to the first guy who activates his extender, and then I just nuke him. And I don't like that because I know that people can do that to me. So I have active boosters. I have rigged for shield boost and boost time. I boost 2557 shield every 4.5 seconds, pretty much, with 2 boosters.
Is that cap stable?
Yeah, no, it's not cap. Yeah, it's cap stable with 2 cap batteries and 2 resistance. Okay. So I got 2 resistance, 2 boosters, 2 cap batteries. I mean, I can have everything going. I can then switch because sometimes I use double webs, other times I use newts, depending on how I feel, I guess. But yeah, so I can actually tank about 2 battleships and 2 battle cruisers and some fleets, like forever. And hopefully I can nuke them down. I have 980 DPS, something like that. It's a very tanky ship.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's a
I had a Dominic's. I to like 2 Drakes. It wasn't even close. they just destroyed me.
Yeah, it's but yeah, I died with this ship to 2 rooks, like today.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I didn't have time. I didn't have time to respond to anything that happened, and I had like no shield before I started anything. So that could be it. But yeah, it's a very tanky ship. I have flown it with 1 less resistance and a 3rd shield booster. That was also very good, but I had problem with the cap.
Yeah, what do you do when they have like new? That's gonna be a real problem, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
When they have neutralizers.
Yeah, yeah, sure, that is a problem. You can see like I have a few videos when I PvP with it, and you can see I have no cap, and I still play for like 15 minutes.
Okay.
It's because I even though I get muted to 0, I still have everything active. And
yeah, I did notice that actually. Like when you're at low cap, like especially if you've got good skills, like you just need that first like little tick, and then you can like turn on the.
Yeah, so you kind of have to play that. You have to coordinate your cap boosting. That's kind of how you do it. You activate it, and then you like boost everything you need for 30 seconds or 25 or 26 or whatever, and then you have to just hold your ground until you can activate the next one. And it doesn't matter if you get muted, but I can tank forever, pretty large amount of DPS. But if you compare to extenders, but extenders can tank like I think even more. But if you need to tank that much, you're fucked.
Yeah,
because you will die in the next minute.
I don't know. Have you seen have you seen Crazy Bull tank a fleet of like 50 for like 3 minutes? Like I don't know, it's my most popular video, the fight
when he jumped the station.
KJ. Yeah, he jumped the station to like pause the time. Yeah. I think he had three extenders and 3 hardeners.
Yeah.
And he was able to survive for so long.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, well, the reason he survived, I have been thinking about that because I like to fly the Raven, and I was there in the fight. I saw him, like I saw the video after I heard about it in the comments.
Yeah, you heard him on comments, yeah.
And then we warped in, and I saw him, and I was like, "Fuck, he's still alive. How is he
still alive?" I know,
right? It's gotta be he maintained his ship very well, and the guys were kind of in a shock because like shoot him, and they didn't know what happened, and they wasn't at range, and stuff.
Yeah, and they bubbled themselves as well, so like they had to burn towards him.
That was like a really good motivation video.
He wasn't able to make the CTA, so he logged off in system like ahead of time. And then like when we're all like desperately trying to like get like something on the station because all our interceptors died, he's like, "Don't worry, I'm on the station. Like, let me jump in." And
he logged on.
He logged on, yeah.
And I missed that part. All right. Oh, that is even better.
Yeah, it was. I can't believe he survived as well. I was like, for sure he's dead. Like that guy. Like it took us so long to get to him.
Yeah, but it was the right call. I mean, even if he would have died, he would have still done the point. So yeah, that was very nice. I really liked that.
That was like great. Like that was the best. That whole sequence of battles, like that was so fucking like the most fun I've ever had on Eve. Eve Echoes or Eve Online. Like
let me just find
just that first fight was crazy. We were so outnumbered and like it's like. And then we just got to the second station on time.
Yeah.
And having to fight through like waves and waves and waves of enemies just to get to the station. That was crazy.
Let me see. Which one was it? Was it
It was LJ Tech was the first station, and then like the second one was like
I'm trying to find the video.
NIF. It's called 300 plus 1 hero Raven destroy 2 citadels.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. So be sure to check that out, boys. This is amazing. And you can actually feel it in the video too. You'll be like, there's a bit of a downtime before, like just before, and then something happens. I like it. Yeah, I really like it.
And like that last part, I'm just speeding through it. It's at like 6 times speed. And yeah, I don't know if it was worth like making like a 1 hour video or something, but I don't think anyone will watch a 1 hour video.
Maybe I would probably.
Yeah, yes. Like I think some people would. But yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of videos to edit. A big backlog of stuff, like even like from like the ZRD fight. So yeah, doing a lot of that. I'll probably release a video today on the 1v1 tournament that we held.
Yeah, cool.
And then I've got some other secret stuff coming up soon. Another announcement video maybe.
So what would you think about having special edition ships in Eve Echoes, kind of like Adrestia and the Krimawas and stuff like that, Freki?
These are like ships that you get from like the tournament, right?
Yes.
Was that it?
Yes, alliance tournaments. Do you think they will have alliance tournaments, or would you like that?
I would like an alliance tournament. I don't think they would do it. I just know because NetEase isn't really. They don't really interact with the community that much, to be honest.
Not yet. That's why I'm here. We are trying now to get them to understand that this is important for all the interesting people in EVE Echoes. We need this.
Yeah, I think any any tournament is going to probably have to be run by the players, but it would be nice if like they released like some sort of thing. In general, I don't like exclusive ships just because it can be a bit unfair. I think like if you're getting like wrecked by this special ship that you can't get anywhere else.
But if someone comes like in a fiend worth 200 billion and he kills you, I mean that guy got balls, right? He's kind of.
I would say he's just got this huge credit card and he just doesn't give a fuck.
That is also true.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be against like exclusive ships, but I would definitely be for like some sort of tournament.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and maybe some like like the winner gets to customize their own like logo, because right now like the default logos are all terrible, right? Like I remember in Eve Online they had like advertisements in game for like other corporations, and like and your spaceships had like all your logos and stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, your space stations. Yeah. I don't know. That'd be cool, I think.
Yeah, I like that. We also talked about if you're a very good PvPer, you could get some kind of medal or something that very clearly shows that this guy is a badass, or this guy is a great player, or whatever. Something. Yeah.
Like a medal, like if you've got a certain number of kill marks, can access this medal, or if you've mined a certain amount. I think something like what they do on, if you've ever played Elite Dangerous.
Very little, but yeah.
So if you get like titles, and like you can get like, depending on how much you PvP, you can get like the Elite PvP title, or how much you explore. I think that would be cool.
That would be very cool. I'm all for that. I'm all for pretty much everything that makes you go for something that is almost impossible to get, because that is what drives me in games. That what drives me in real life too.
I think EVE Echoes is going to need that, especially like once T10 comes out. It seems like this is going to be the last tick, and so what are you going to do after that, right? Like
that's gonna
they're going to need something like goals, right?
Yeah.
T11. You think they're just never going to stop?
I think, I can bet you that there will be T11 and there will be T12. Yes. We'll see.
To me, it seems that they're setting up T10 to be like this, because they've just got so many ships in T10. I think they're just going to set it up as this meta game, like this meta at T10.
So the carriers are going to be T10.
I think so.
So
I think
that means, from my perspective, I will stop skilling at T10, because I'm at T10. I can just reallocate my skills with ISK. For whatever I want to do. Is that what you're saying?
What do you mean you're going to stop skilling? You're not going to train any more skills?
Yeah, I don't need to, but like if I have 42 million skill points right now, if I want to fly a carrier, I can just like take 20 million to carriers, right? And I fly carriers, and I can have the other 20 to something else. And if carriers doesn't work, I just move them to whatever. That's probably how I will do it, because then I can actually play the game for like 150 plex a month, and I can just be a basic Omega. I wouldn't like it, but maybe it is. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm right.
Because I thought, like, at least on EVE Online, like if you really wanted to fly a specific ship, you could just specialize and just go for that ship, right? But like an EVE Echoes, if it's behind T11 and it's 2 years away, like it's like if you're a new player, it's like, okay, like here's your clock, like you can start to enjoy the game, like in 2 years time, like I'll come back.
Imagine that's why I skilled so much up to now, because I don't want to be like, oh shit, EVE Echoes was pretty good, I think I'm gonna play it again and be like, I'm T6 and everyone is T10, and I'm like, fuck this game. I agree.
I mean, that's why I played, came back to EVE Echoes. Is like I didn't want to be behind. I didn't want to be like years behind like everyone else.
That is an issue that this will come up, and I'm not sure how
I think it's going to be an issue for like growing the game, right? Like because we need like players are gonna leave like over time, like any game, right? You're gonna quit, but you need like the new players coming in, and there's no real catch up mechanic at the moment. Like they tried briefly that like skills catch up thing. It was you know, you get slightly more skills if you're further behind. They need like that on steroids because the game's gonna die otherwise, right? Like they're not advertising it anywhere. Like
there is solutions for it, but I don't have it in my head right now. But there is a solution for this. I'm pretty sure. I'm always optimistic. Something, this can be handled well, but if they're not going T11, then I think there's a problem.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they will go T11. I don't know if they will. Yeah. I'm just my gut feeling is that they'll stop the team.
Yeah, we have to look back at this on this video when something happens, and we can just say I was right. You can type it in the comments like I was right, or I type it I was right. Yeah, true.
There's the same fundamental problem with like being locked behind like tech level, and the fact that like the lower tech ships aren't really viable at all. It would be good if they were like specialized, like maybe some more like E-War specific ships or ships that can actually fly under the guns of, because right now like a battle cruiser can basically hit anything it wants, right? Even if it's like maybe not an interceptor that's orbiting you, but like,
well, if you have 2 Webbers maybe.
Yeah, if you have 2 Webbers, or if you you catch them as they're warping.
Yeah, you're right.
I think, like an Eve, we keep comparing it to Eve Online. I think it's only natural, but like you could fly like a cruiser fleet, right? And you could like maybe encounter like a battleship fleet and stand a chance.
Yeah.
But right now it's like it's too linear. The balance, which is a real problem for like new players because they're just always going to be behind.
To get it out there, I don't like the tech level at all. I never did. So I would have liked this to be more like EVE Online, as you say. We have to compare it, but it's like it's the younger brother or whatever. But don't have the tech level. If you want to fly a battleship, a new player should be able to go into the game and spend 8 months, and then you have the battleship, because you could actually get up to that. But you also need the ISK to get up to that. You also need the knowledge, so you cannot like skill for a month and then you have a battleship and then you die and you will just quit the game anyway. So there is some time, but I think as you say, like if we have tech like T11, which I think we will have, it will be like 1.5 years. And just imagine all the bonuses that we got in the beginning, the extra stuff that we have, like the extra skill points that people don't get today.
Yeah, every time maintenance happens or we get those.
Every time that happened, we got, like 5,000 skill points or whatever. But it's still, it adds up. And for our almost a year.
Especially at the start of the game, those 5,000 skill points, like in the first couple of weeks of the game, like really sped things up.
Yeah, it did. So that is a big issue, and we'll see what they do.
Yeah, we'll see. I think part of the problem is when they with the T10 and they're just making like better versions of all the ships that are lower levels, that's gonna just kill any like chance of new players coming in, right?
Yeah.
If they want the game to like have the longevity that EVE Online does, they need to think about these sort of things.
Imagine that.
Because I would love I'd love like this game to be like 15 years old and like just you complain about like Pantheon, like we're like so big right now, and like but like all empires fall, right? Like
yes, of course,
over time, right? So if this game was 15 years, you'll see the ups and downs of everything. It'd be interesting. Like I really just hope it does last that long. Like
I do, and that would probably be the longest iOS game ever. If a game lasts 4 years, it's fucking good.
It's long,
like that game really have a crowd. So but I would really like it to be 10 years or whatever, but they have to do some stuff, and we have talked about that, and I have taken up so much of your time. This is the longest podcast so far.
Okay.
It was
Sorry.
great talking to you.
Yeah, no, it was great. Yeah, finally talking to you as well. It was great. Yeah, I had no idea like you even like did these podcasts until recently, and I
Well,
had to look at them.
I didn't until recently. I
Okay.
I started YouTube 2 months ago. So
Oh, okay. I hope it grows big and becomes like this regular thing.
that would be very cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.